Tonight, a major development in the Israel-Gaza conflict. Hamas has offered to release all captives in exchange for a permanent ceasefire and full Israeli withdrawal. Is this the turning point for peace, or just another chapter in the ongoing war? Stay with us as we break down the details, the political stakes, and what this means for the future of Gaza and Israel. In a statement released on Wednesday, Hamas spokesperson Hazem Qasem laid out the group's latest proposal. All remaining captives in Gaza would be released in one go. In return, Hamas demands a lasting ceasefire and the complete withdrawal of Israeli forces. Qasem stated, "We are ready for a second phase in which prisoners will be exchanged in one go, provided that an agreement leads to a permanent ceasefire and a complete withdrawal from the Strip." But Israel isn't just being asked to pull out its military. Hamas has outright rejected any conditions that involve its removal from Gaza or the disarmament of its fighters. The occupation's condition of removing Hamas from the Gaza Strip is a ridiculous psychological tactic. The withdrawal or disarmament of the resistance in Gaza is unacceptable. This announcement didn't come out of nowhere. Just a day before, Hamas leader Khalil al-Hayya revealed that the number of captives to be freed in the next swap on Saturday has doubled, from 3 to 6. Why? Hamas says it's to accelerate the second phase of the ceasefire deal and show commitment to the agreement. But there's another factor at play: international pressure. President Trump has criticized the gradual release process. Families of captives in Gaza are demanding a simultaneous release. The bigger question now: will Israel accept these terms? Beyond the negotiations, the reality on the ground in Gaza is devastating. Over 48,000 dead, according to Gaza's health ministry. More than 61,000 presumed dead under the rubble. Over 111,000 wounded. And the cost of rebuilding? A staggering $53.2 billion, according to a joint report by the World Bank, the United Nations, and the European Union. But even as negotiations take place, Israeli forces continue to block vital border crossings, preventing the entry of essential supplies and reconstruction materials. And last week, Hamas threatened to halt the release process due to Israel's refusal to allow in mobile homes and heavy equipment, citing violations of the agreement. The ceasefire, which began on January 19th after 460 days of war, was meant to be a step toward peace. But has it been honored? Israel has repeatedly violated the agreement. Israeli officials are openly discussing a return to full-scale war. Far-right ministers in Netanyahu's cabinet are pushing for a military occupation of Gaza. Meanwhile, the prisoner swaps continue. Since January 19th, Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad have released 25 captives. Israel has freed 1,135 Palestinian prisoners so far, with 502 more scheduled for release this week. Al Jazeera's senior political analyst, Marwan Bashara, says the real challenge isn't just phase one of the deal, but what comes next. Bashara explains, the problem for Israel is that, despite having the upper hand, it has not been able to defeat Hamas. Yet, Israel is dictating the process, deciding when and where aid enters Gaza. And as long as alternative housing units are not getting in, conditions remain dire for Palestinians. So, where does this leave us? Will Israel agree to Hamas' proposal? Will the ceasefire hold, or will we see an escalation? And what happens to the thousands still trapped in Gaza under rubble? This story is far from over. What do you think will happen next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more updates on this evolving crisis. Like this video if you found this breakdown informative. And as always, stay tuned to Documentary Times for the latest insights.